Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot my this in my broadcast is on mute. I'm very sorry, please. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? So you can hear me now very well, right? Can you hear? There's a sound. There's a sound now. There's a sound now. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Shout out to Yiba August. Shout out to Prince Larry. Shout out to Abdul Muez Sid. Shout out to thank you very much, guys, for joining us today again this morning. It is important that we share the broadcast, share it to wider audience, share it on WhatsApp, share on your YouTube channel, share your Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Most importantly, Facebook. Share the broadcast so that we can have wider audience. So we have a topic today, and the topic is we're taking up our topic from last night kind of broadcast. I was here a few minutes before I went to the airport to pick someone. So, um, like I said, there's a breaking news in Sahel state in Burkina Faso, right? Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic. There's a breaking news, and the breaking news is that these three Sahel states have come together to form alliance in military capacity, building their military capacity, making their military as one, and as well, composing a national anthem. Not just only composing a national anthem, they're having a flag. They raised their flag yesterday, Sahel flag. So this will boost the security for Ibrahim Traore. So now it seems like it's just like touch one and touch all. If you touch Burkina Faso, you've touched Mali and Niger Republic. If you touch Niger Republic, you've touched Burkina Faso and Mali. So they all come for you. So I'm very super excited for the breaking news here. But that's the best news I had yesterday. Now I can easily go home, I can easily go to bed and sleep comfortably, knowing fully well that Ibrahim Traore is well fully protected. Okay, if these three Sahel countries come together to form an alliance, building their ammunition base in Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, it means, and they are collaborating with Russia. It means there's a total security for Ibrahim Traore. So I'm super excited. That's the topic we're having today. Please, if you're here for the first time, comment where you're watching from. Give me a thumbs up, and as well share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel. Share the broadcast to wider audience. Thank you very much for always staying with us here. Thank you. We have a lot of important discussions we have here. Please, if you have a question and you want to chip in your question, please come forward, put in your question. We are open-minded here. We accept all questions. We are ready to answer from here and the answer from the comment section. So feel free, feel like home here, and God bless you. I see Tochuku, my brother from Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us here. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Okay. Where are you watching from? May I know where you're watching from? Thank you. Larry, Prince Larry, where are you watching from? Abdumwez, where are you watching from? Please comment where you're watching from. Yiba August, are you still there? Comment where you're watching from, please. I'm very sorry, I mistakenly put the broadcast on mute, but it's okay now. It's working now. The sound is out now. I hope you guys can hear very clear. Okay, right about now. Okay, Tochku is from Lagos State. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you so much. God bless you. Larry from Russia. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We appreciate Putin for reaching out to Ibrahim Traore, giving him confidence, because we have Africa. We have a long fight. We have a big fight ahead of us. So, I think Rexford Mate from Belgium. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Richard Marison from Zambia, my brother from Zambia. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm super excited to see you guys here again. Oh, Abdumuez from Sudan. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for joining us today. John Ochapa from Lagos. Thank you very much, brother. I think you've been here before, John Ochapa. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, share to wider audience, give me a thumbs up, and as well, make sure that you put on your notification. I come live here every 8:30 p.m. Gambia time and 9 a.m. Gambia time. So feel free when you are here, feel free to ask questions, and feel free as well to bring out your opinion. Okay, so we having a very wide open platform for everyone. If you have a question to ask, you are free to ask a question. If you have something to chip in, you can as well. If I make a mistake and you want to correct me, come forward with your correction. I'm super open for every questions and every opinion. Okay, this is our platform. This is not just my platform, it's our platform. Okay, and this platform, like I said, 2025, it belongs to Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, and the Africa at large. Okay, we are using this our little platform to promote our continent and as well enlighten our people, and at least enlighten them, sensitize them on the importance of believing in Africa and hoping and believing, trusting that Africa will be great again. I see Issa Bamwise. Thank you very much for joining us. Where are you watching from? Okay. Why we don't have good leaders like Ibrahim Traore? It is very sad. That's what we've been talking about. Most of our African leaders, most of them are cowards. I'm sorry to say. Like I see, like what I said yesterday, South African President Ramaphosa that went to America a few weeks ago, you saw what exactly that transpired between him and Donald Trump. His subjection to Donald Trump and his submission to Donald Trump and his body language says it all. It means that our sovereignty is at stake. These people are submitted to wider authority from the West. It means that these Western leaders are the ones making laws for us, are the ones saying what will happen in Africa, and that is very, very sad. And that is not what we want in Africa. For a president to be subjected into that kind of interrogation, that form of interrogation, because that was not discussion, that was not in any form of discussion, that was pure interrogation. And not just interrogation, Ramaphosa's body language shows that he was a kind of scared of Donald Trump. Seems like he have met his superior, a president to president. I think there should be mutual respect and mutual display of power. Like what I mean by display of power, Donald Trump should be able to know the boundary and never to cross the boundary. But it seems like he's having that white supremacy kind of mindset towards Ramaphosa, South African president. Okay. Thank you very much, Taiwo Lijadu. Thank you very much for the very first time. Yeah, for the very, very first time. But mind you, on YouTube, on television, African televisions and European televisions, mind you, what they are portraying and the pictures they are putting out there about Ibrahim Traore is all false. I listened to one journalist yesterday was like saying that he came to Burkina Faso, that Burkina Bears are complaining, there is no this. These are propaganda that are trying to make Ibrahim Traore look bad to the world, And the worst of it is we Africans are doing this propaganda, and it is very sad. Paid Africans, paid by Europeans, paid by France and Western leaders to form a propaganda against Ibrahim Traore and put his picture in a negative way, in a negative form to the public. But I thank God that some Africans are waking up, even lovers of African like Jamaicans, Cubans, Grenadians and all that, in the Southern Africans and all that, Southern Americans and all that. They are supporting Africa. They are supporting Ibrahim Traore. They knows very well what these people want. This is exactly the case of Muammar Gaddafi. Exactly, what they are trying to do is what they did to Muammar Gaddafi. They don't want the good leaders for Africa. They don't want anything good to come to Africa. Do you understand? Because they know that if Africans wake up, European economy will crash. Like I said, Europe after the Second World War, Europe was built with African resources. Nobody can deny the fact. After Second World War, Europe was rebuilt with African resources. And they know very well that if Africans wake up and take hold of their resources and utilize their resources and use it to develop Africa, no African will leave Africa to go and look for greener pasture in Europe. We can easily travel for holidays and all that, but no African will be here in a comfortable Africa where you can have constant electricity, where you can have good security, where your life will be safe, where you can have good pipe-borne water, where you can have good medical facilities, good education, good jobs, good paid jobs, have everything that you need in Africa. You can never be thinking of going to Europe to go and look for greener pasture. You can never be thinking of going to America to go and look for greener pasture. You can never be thinking of going to Canada, UK, and all the rest to look for greener pasture, because all we want is here. That greener pasture is already in Africa. If we get to utilize our resources. So this is what they don't want. They don't want Africans to wake up. They don't want Africans to get hold of their resources. They know very well that if the day Africans wake up to hold their resources, Europe economy will crash. Their economy will crumble. And Africa will become their dream. Like Europe is African, like an average African. Europe is the average African's dream to go and reside. In 20, 30, 40 years to come, if what is happening in Burkina Faso goes across the countries in Africa, I can tell you for free, European economy will crash to nothing. American economy will crash to nothing. Africa will become the future. Africa will become the future. So this is the reason why they don't want Africans to move forward. They don't want Africans to move forward. Eleven o'clock. Okay. So they don't want anything good for Africa. They don't want anything good for Africa. They know very well. This is what happened in Libya. Libya was one of the best countries in Africa. Like I said, Libya was one of the best countries in Africa. Libya had everything during the time of Gaddafi. Libya had everything. You cannot see Libyans anywhere in the world, because what they want, where will they go looking for greener pasture when they are already having it in their country? Gaddafi made the life of Libyans very easy and comfortable. But human being, there's nothing you can do to please human being. If you're a good person, you will always see somebody that want you down at all costs. So this was the case of Gaddafi. They saw that Gaddafi have taken hold of his resources and start utilizing it to the extent Gaddafi turned desert into farm, create a river inside desert that he can be able to farm rice. And Gaddafi rice was one of the best rice as of then. So they find out that Libya is living so much comfortable life, and you cannot find Libyans in America or anywhere in Europe. That's why they started fighting Gaddafi, and at the end of the day, they label him a dictator. That's what exactly they are trying to do to Ibrahim Traore. Okay, now for instance, you see the power of social media. Social media is a very powerful tool that we are underrating. Social media is a very powerful tool. Do you know what is saving Ibrahim Traore today is the power of social media? If not the power of social media, you would have seen what would have happened in Burkina Faso today. This General Michael Langley, the AFRICOM head that went to the Congress to label Ibrahim Traore a dictator, has been resigned. He has resigned from his duty because of the fire from social media. He could not withstand it, and they replaced him with somebody else, Anderson. For you to see the power of social media. If there was social media during the time of Gaddafi, do you think Gaddafi would die by now? Gaddafi would have been alive, because Africans, everybody would have stood strong for Gaddafi. If there was social media during the time of Saddam Hussein would be alive till now. These people, they only go for their interest. They don't want anything better for Africa. Do you understand? So I can tell you for free, this, like I said, the reason why we have bad leaders is not just because we are created like that to have bad leaders. It is because our leaders have been subjected into that kind of mentality of like we are submissive to the Western leaders. What they say is what we do. That is the reason why Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will go to UK to go and unveil his 2 years, his leadership for 2 years, and give account of his leadership for 2 years What will make a country, a president of a country that's supposed to protect their sovereignty, go to UK to go and give account of his 2 years leadership? Why not do it in Aso Rock? Why not go to Port Harcourt and do it? Why not go to Lagos and do it? But you choose to go to UK and give account to your superior authorities, people that are holding you ransom, people that are people that are holding your resources ransom, using your resources to build their continent, using their resources to build their country. And the worst part of it is that these people will come here, take our resources, take to their country, refine it, and create jobs. They build refineries for gold. They don't have gold, but they have a gold refinery. They don't have crude oil, but they have crude oil refinery. They don't have uranium, but they have missile power plants and all that. And the worst part of it is that they build these things and use it and create jobs for their citizens and pay them well. Meanwhile, we are the one having the resources and we cannot be able to utilize our resources. So now, the problem now is this. They create that job for themselves and come here to take the resources and now build their embassy here. They are building their embassy here is not because they love you. They are not building their embassies here because they love you. No. They are building their embassies here to make sure that that relationship is tight so that they can be able to keep getting from our resources. That is the reason why they build their embassies. If truly the reason they build their embassies here for our own benefit, you, as the owner of the resources, you have the resources they are taken from you, and they are having their embassy here, you would use your passport and go to their embassy to look for visa to go to their country. The country they built with your resources, with your own resources. They will take visa fee from you, and you have proper documents. If you have every legal document that you require to submit. I'm not saying we should just go there without visa. They should protect their country. But you will ask us to bring our visa fee and bring our required documents, and we present those things and give you the visa fee. At the same hand, you will reject us the visa in our country. Your embassy is in our country, and the resources you are taking away from us is going to your country, using it to build your country. You reject us visa. The anger there is not even that you rejected us the visa. That's not even the pain. The most painful thing there is they will not refund you back the visa fee. They will never refund you back the visa fee. So where is the love? And they will keep telling you, hey, we love Africa, we want to protect Africa. The other time, I read it out here, the functions of that AFRICOM. The function of AFRICOM. Let me read it out. Sorry, 1 minute. Let me read it out. For you to see, these people they don't wish Africans well. They do not want anything good for Africa. If you want to twist it, you can twist it. But I can tell you for free that these Westerners do not love Africans. They do not. They do not. You come into my country, take my resources, go to your country and develop your country. And you build your embassy in my country where you are taking my resources from. And me as a citizen of that country where you are taking their resources, went to your embassy to look for visa. You asked me to pay visa fee. And you asked me to present valuable documents, which I did. And after doing all those things, you reject me the visa. Not just that you rejected me the visa, you still do not refund me my visa fee. Hello, man. Hello? You don't reach? I'm all right. I'm on live broadcast. Yeah. So you reject me the visa and you still do not refund me my visa fee. How do you want me to feel? You don't want me to come to your country where you built with my resources, and you still extort my own personal money, which you ask me to pay visa fee. Okay, if you're rejecting me visa to come to your country, can you give me back my visa fee? That's the pure extortion. And our leaders our leaders are cowards. They keep their mouth shut because they have nothing to lose. When they come here, they connive with these Westerners, steal our resources, and they'll pay them peanuts. And they will our leaders will take the money and go back to the West and build a house there, buy houses there, build hotels there, and then come back home and take their family and relatives and their children, send them back to the West, and then come back to Africa to come and play ping pong game with the West against their people. That is the reason why in Nigeria, as a country that has crude oil, has gold, has uranium, has coal, has sodium chloride, has every natural resources that you can think of, Nigeria as a country cannot boast of constant electricity, 24 hours constant electricity. Nigeria as a big country like that cannot boast of good pipe-borne water across every single street of Nigeria. Nigeria as a country that has everything cannot boast of good roads. That is the reason why when a politician in your constituency build 12 kilometers or 10 kilometers of road, you start singing praises to him. You start jumping up that he has done what nobody has ever done. Because your mind has been subjected into slavery mentality. You have been brainwashed. They have made you to believe that every single thing that comes from government they are helping you. But you forgot that this money is your money. This is our money. This is your money. This is exactly what they did to Gaddafi. They fought Gaddafi tooth and nail until they eliminated him. Gaddafi was the leader, the only leader in Africa that was a true Pan-Africanist. Gaddafi was the only leader in Africa that was true Pan-Africanist. There's no country in Africa that will say that they did not benefit anything from Gaddafi's regime. There's no country in Africa that will deny the fact that they benefited anything from Gaddafi's regime. Even in Gambia, where I'm living, there's a Gaddafi mosque here. Gaddafi built a lot of mosques here in Gambia. Gaddafi constructed road for Gambia. Gaddafi have hotel in Gambia. So why would they paint Gaddafi as a dictator and portray him as a dictator? Put that narrative to the world, and the world see Gaddafi as a monster, a leader that has his people at heart, a leader that turned desert into farm, a leader that created a river inside desert, a leader. What made him a dictator? This is the same narrative they came with against Ibrahim Traore. This is the same narrative. They're trying to push that narrative for the world to see that Ibrahim Traore is a dictator, but is a dead on arrival, orchestration. Is dead on arrival because now we have social media. Like I said, social media is the only tool we have. They have their gun, they have their voices, they have their media houses, but we have our social media. We have our phones, we have our data. We will protect Ibrahim Traore, we will speak for him, we will defend him, we will fight for him at any day. If you go to Burkina Faso today, you see Burkina Faso are singing his praises because he has done what no leader in the history of Burkina Faso, the only leader that would have done that was Thomas Sankara. And they eliminated Thomas Sankara because Thomas Sankara was exactly like Ibrahim Traore. Thomas Sankara was acting like exactly like Ibrahim Traore. That is why they fought tooth and nail to eliminate Thomas Sankara. Now they've come for Ibrahim Traore. But I can tell you that it's a dead on arrival orchestration. It's a dead on arrival. It will never see the light of the day. The orchestration will never see the light of the day. Africa is blessed. Anybody that tells you that Africa is a poor, like the way that's the way they picture Africa. That is what sometimes I'm telling you this for free. These Europeans, let me tell you, these Westerners, when they come here, they come with camera. When they come to Africa in the name of tourists, they come with camera. And what they do not go to nice places to take picture. They will go to the villages, go to the provinces, go to to the street where children are begging, their less privileged children. They take pictures, and when they go, they post it on social media. And this is Africa. This is how Africa looks like. They will picture us like we are the poorest continent on earth. Okay, and they forgot that their continent was built with African resources. Their continent was built with African resources. They can't deny the fact that their continent was built with African resources. And they will protect Africa as the poorest country, as a shithole country, as continent that is at the back of the world. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one sweet thing that you have to at the back of your mind. See, if Ibrahim Traore can be able to achieve what he achieved in Burkina Faso today, within that short period of 2 years, after holding back his country resources, it means this is a very loud voice to all African, all lover of Africa. It means that Africa has all it takes to give Africans whatever we desire and we need to make us great. If Africa is great today, you will never see any African jumping Mediterranean Sea to go to Europe to look for greener pasture. And the worst part of it is that when they take that risk to Europe, they will still be subjected into that slavery kind of condition. They will still be subjected into that kind of slavery kind of condition. So where is the love they're talking about? Like I said, I was talking about AFRICOM. AFRICOM was established to support and help Africa. Now let me read the primary functions of AFRICOM. I'm coming. The primary functions of AFRICOM. Sorry. So they said they will come here and tell you that AFRICOM was built to help Africans. AFRICOM was built to help Africans. AFRICOM was never built to help Africa. AFRICOM was established for their own selfish interest. AFRICOM was built for their own selfish interest. For instance, they said AFRICOM is a U.S. Africa Command, is one of the 11 Unified Combatant Command of the United States Department of Defense. Why would such be in Africa anyway? It was officially established on October 1st, 2007, and is responsible for U.S. military operation, partnership, and security interests in Africa. This is scam. This is one of the biggest scam ever that you can think of. This AFRICOM of a thing is one of the biggest scam anybody can think of. There's nothing true about it. It is all deceit. They are trying to interfere in African politics. This is what they are trying to do. Let me still keep going. Okay. You say functions of AFRICOM. AFRICOM main mission to work with African nation and regional organizations to strengthen security, stability, and peace. Here are its keys functions. It says security operation. Number 2 is counter-terrorism operation. Number 3 is humanitarian and disaster response. Number 4 is military to military engagement. These are scam. I'm coming to analyze this. It says support to peacekeeping. Okay. It says number 6, it says protecting U.S. interest. This is the main function of AFRICOM. This is the main primary function of AFRICOM. Everything they will be talking about AFRICOM is all scam, is lies from the pit of hell. Every other function they are talking about here is lies. Okay, now, for instance, they say peacekeeping. Peacekeeping, are we at war? We're not at war. Africa is not at war. So forget about put your peacekeeping by the corner. Military to military engagement. How? Okay, since 2017 now, what are the positive impact of that military to military engagement? Since we cannot be able to defeat Boko Haram, we cannot defeat ISWAP, we cannot defeat ISIS extinction in Africa, we cannot defeat terrorism in Africa. He said humanitarian disaster and money and response or whatsoever. Humanitarian disaster, how? When? We've not seen that. Okay, counter terrorism oppression, and you cannot defeat Boko Haram, and you say they are world power. You claim to be world power, and you cannot defeat ordinary Boko Haram. And mind you, Boko Haram is being sponsored by somebody. Boko Haram, they supply Boko Haram food with helicopter, supply them ammunition with the helicopter. So do you think those illiterates, how would they even get to know the function, how to fly helicopter? So somebody somewhere is sponsoring Boko Haram for their selfish interest, security operation. So forget about this thing. This is an us scam. This is an us scam. Okay, now let's come to their function. There's nowhere they said AFRICOM is meant to fight dictatorship. There's nowhere it indicates here that AFRICOM is mainly built or established to fight dictatorship. So why would General Langley went to the Congress and start labeling Ibrahim Traore as a dictator? If truly fighting dictatorship is among their function in Africa, there are a lot of governments, presidents to fight. A lot of them. First of all, Uganda Museveni is a pure dictator. Is a chronic dictator. So you should go and fight with Museveni first before fighting Ibrahim Traore. Alpha Conde, the former Guinea-Conakry president, was a dictator, and you did nothing until the people take the bull by the horn. Okay? Go to Congo. There is war there. Go and do what you're supposed to do, since you are AFRICOM and you came to support Africans. So you have a lot of work to do. So General Langley should, I'm happy that he stepped down already. I'm super happy he stepped down, because he could not stand the heat and the fire from social media all over the world. I'm super happy. We cannot continue letting these people holding us ransom, taking our resources, and still subject us into abject poverty and make us to have that kind of slavery mentality. Because we have slave mentality, that's why when we Africans see white people, we start begging, we start running around them, seeing them like they are extraordinary beings. Some of us start seeing white people, white color, like they are extraordinary human beings, because they come from Europe, because they come from America, because they come from UK, because they come from Canada. We start seeing them like they are extraordinary human beings. We start worshiping them. We start praising them because they are white. Because they are white. That is that mentality that we have been brainwashed. That is why we start sensitizing our people. That's the reason why average African always think that white man is ahead of him. Sometimes I look at some people. Sometimes they say, if it's the white people, you start praising them. You start putting them higher than you. You start making them feel that so superior. Until the day we start holding our leaders accountable. Until the day we start holding them accountable, knowing fully well that the power belongs to the people. We are the power. We are the government that you are talking about. Not even these people. These people, they are servants to us. But everybody is scared. Nobody want to talk. Nobody want to speak. I don't want to die. 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 But you will still die. If you cannot use your little platform, if you cannot really use the little life that you have now and speak and defend this continent for your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your unborn kids, then you are a coward. This word made our forefathers cowards because they failed to speak when they were supposed to speak. If we fail to defend Africa today, our children will suffer for it tomorrow. That is the reason why we use our little platform to defend this continent, because this is the only continent that we have. This is the only place that we can call home. We have no other home. Africans, when you see Africans in Europe, you see the way they are being discriminated. Some restaurants, blacks cannot eat there. You will be discriminated. The way we are being treated all around the world. All around the world. We've been subjected into that slavery kind of condition. And we see ourselves like we have that inferiority complexes keep disturbing us in our mind. We see ourselves like we are down and the white world they are up. Mind you, Africa is blessed. Africa is specially created by God. Like I said, Africa is the future. Africa is super blessed. We don't have these natural disasters that is happening in America, tornado, a hurricane, those volcano and all that. We don't have it in Africa. We don't have those things in Africa. We don't have earthquake in Africa. There's no part of Africa that has earthquake. We don't have snow that you cannot even go to work. Then you'll be scared. You'll be wearing 300 jackets to be able to go to work. We have the perfect weather. Any country, any continent can think of. Africa has the perfect weather, the most beautiful weather, very beautiful landscape. What are we talking about? Beautiful color, thick, beautiful color, thick and beautiful color. We are super blessed. Africa is super blessed. Until the day we start, Africans wake up, stand up, and ask these people to leave, just as Ibrahim Traore did, just as Senegal, Diomaye Faye did, just as Doumbouya did in Guinea, just as the leaders of Niger Republic did, just as Mali did, until the day all Africans wake up and ask these people to leave so that we can take hold of our resources, utilize our resources, build refineries in Africa, create jobs in Africa, and make sure that we utilize our resources and our money, use it out to build good road, constant electricity, good medical facilities, good quality education, pay civil servants well, establish companies that produces essential commodities and stop importing every single thing. Then we know how big and how rich Africa is. Then we will get to understand and know how rich and how blessed Africa is. Africa is the richest and most beautiful continent anybody can think of. If anybody opens mouth and tell you that Africa is poor or Africa is at the back of the world, that person is an enemy of Africa. That person is jealous of Africa. The most painful part of it that even sometimes runs me crazy, that I want to act. I want to go one man protest. You are staying in my country. You are the one taking my resources. It's happening in Senegal, French embassy in Burkina Faso, French embassy in Niger Republic, French embassy in Guinea Conakry, French embassy in Mali, French embassy all over the world. Not just only French embassy. All embassies, they are benefiting massively from Africa, and they establish their embassy here to oversee their evil activities. They did not build the embassy for your own benefit. They build the embassies for their evil activities, to protect their evil activities with collaborating with our leaders. You as a citizen of that country who owns the resources will want to go to visit the country where they are developing with your own resources. They will ask you to bring your passport, bring your legal documents, bring your visa fee. They will charge you visa fee. And mind you, visa fee is not even cheap. And when you pay this visa fee and give them the documents, and they'll find nothing bad about your documents and your credentials, the visa will be rejected and your visa fee will not be refunded back to you. Is there anything that drives mad more than this? The visa fee will not be refunded back to you. It is very bad. Our leaders does nothing about it. They do nothing about it. No interference, no nothing. No nothing. Until the day we wake up. Until the day we wake up and decide to push this agenda, this movement, and take hold back of our country, fight for our continent, our resources, ask them to leave, because their presence here doesn't make any sense. But then we will get to understand that we have all it takes to run Africa and make Africa great. Please, if you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please. It is important. Put on your notification as well. Please comment where you're watching from. Give me a thumbs up as well. Thank you very much. I see you, uh, Edwin Ware. Thank you very much, brother. Watching from Nairobi, Kenya. Okereke, yes, brother. Thank you very much. Victor say, but bro, we are the enemies of ourselves, even apart from the leaders. What about themselves? Exactly. So the great was Stanley. Thank you very much, Felix Ako. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lilian Amimo. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, please. Dr. Santigi Bubakar Mbai. Thank you very much. Thank you. Where are you watching from? Please, Santigi, where are you watching from? Freedom of Humanity. Thank you, brother. Even the asylum is the greatest scam ever. Exactly. You all coming to Europe, my fellow brothers and sisters, don't think of coming to Europe if you love yourself. It's not worth it. These people sees us less than dog and cat. I'm telling you, God, I'm telling you with all sincerity. I'm telling you this with all sincerity. They do not have one single iota of respect for Africans. Even the way they behave here, they don't have one single regard for Africans. They always see us like we are not body, we are not human beings. This is why we have to change the narrative. Ibrahim Traore, in fact, any African that does not support Ibrahim Traore is an enemy of Africa. That person will not want Africa to move forward. Do you think any white man can go to Burkina Faso today and behave like animal? I don't think so. I don't think so. $2 Ejio, thank you. Where are you watching from? Their dogs and cats have healthy insurance, sleep in same bed with them, but millions of people have no house to sleep. I slept in the street of Brussels, Belgium for years. God bless you, brother. God protect you. God bless you. Make a way for you where there's no way. Prince Moon, thank you. Where are you watching from? Lizzie Books, Smart. Where are you watching from? Sunday Imore. Where are you watching from? Our leaders are the problem we have. Exactly. Zaintuni Hamisi, even you say is very true. Let us pray for our leaders and join Abraham Traore. Exactly. Martin Nkam De Wire. Where are you watching from? Sunday Murray from UK. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you for joining us today. I see Richard Doc 44. Brother from Philippines. Thank you very much. Please protect President Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso. We support all Philippines in the Philippines. Thank you very much. God bless you. When Nigeria wake up, we all African will follow. Thank you very much, Sunday Murray. Like I said, Nigerians are awake already. Nigeria is like. Let me tell you one thing that you have to put at the back of your mind. Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. Believe you me. Nigeria as a country is sitting on a time bomb. The youth are awake. The youth are angry. The youth are angry. The youth. Let me tell you what's going on in Nigeria today. Nigerian youth are just like soldier infantries on a war front that is waiting for a command. That is how it is in Nigeria. Right now, as I'm talking to you. And let me tell you one thing. If this revolution gets to Nigeria, it will get across Africa. If revolution break up in Nigeria today, it will go across Africa. In fact, let me tell you something. If there's a coup, if there's a military coup today in Nigeria, I'm telling you this for what today, there will be a massive revolution in Africa, and it will affect every single African country. And by then, we will all hold our leaders accountable for the misappropriation of our resources, for the misuse of our resources, and fund the embezzlement. I can tell you for free, most of them will not even be alive to enjoy these looted funds. You can imagine a former CBN governor in Nigeria, a former central bank governor in Nigeria, owns an estate that has over 700 duplets. One person, single-handedly, not sponsored, not funded by any bank. A single person, civil servant. He owns an estate that has over 700 duplets, 700 and something duplets. One person. This is the height of corruption that we have in Africa. They want to acquire wealth that their great grandchildren will not even finish, and then subject their people into abject poverty. And my question is this: all this wealth they are acquiring for themselves, will it be put with them when they die inside the grave? No. One single person owns over 700 houses. A CBN governor, how much was his salary as a CBN governor? How much was his allowances as a CBN governor? How was he able to acquire such large quantity of properties? And people think Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. So relax and watch the game play out. Every African, Ibrahim Traore is waking up every African youth. We are getting to understand that we have the resources that we need. All this borrow. Our leaders are borrowing from the IMF, going to Europe, going to China to go and borrow. It is not necessary. It is never necessary. All this borrow does not make any sense because we have all it takes. There's no point of going to borrow. We have the money already. So why not utilize the resources and use the money to develop the country? And you are going to borrow. Please, Elias Efara, if you come to a broadcast, you cool down and listen very well. You get to understand the point. So I can't go back to explain the point to you because you're not the only one here. I'm having here over 200 viewers that is viewing me currently. So I can't go back to my conversation. So if you're here for the first time, calm down, subscribe to the channel, put on your notification so that whenever it comes live, you join me immediately so that you will get to understand our topic. I see Yvonne M from Atlanta. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. I see Stove. Thank you very much. Where are you watching from? Francis Binder. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much. So there's no point of going to China, going to IMF, going to Europe, America to go and borrow. It doesn't make any sense. This borrow our leaders are borrowing is making us look more stupid. I'm telling you the gospel truth. How can one person own over 700 duplets? That money alone, is it not enough to even construct, to give us at least 300 schools? 300 schools. That is why today, even government school is next to nothing in Nigeria because government schools have been abandoned. Okay, Elias said, during the election, will our people understand what it takes for a regime change? Okay, this question is for you. Okay, now let me explain something to you. I will discuss about this day before yesterday. Listen, we are also part of the problem. We, the citizens, are also part of the problem. It's not just only the leaders. Let's just call a spade a spade. We are also part of the problem. Now we are complaining, like Nigerians are complaining, clamoring that Tinubu regime is not good, is not favoring them, things are not, okay, everything is expensive. But we still have Nigerians who still, praises Tinubu, that Tinubu is doing well, this thing is doing, his policies are okay, this and that, all those things. So this is the problem we're having here. We Africans, we're always having that selfish mentality. When it favors us, we don't care about others. Once the leader that favors us come, okay, now for instance, we believe in tribalism and religion. If a Muslim come to rule Nigeria, we don't want Muslim, we want Christian, this and that, they will not vote, even if the Muslim is the perfect person to carry on the affairs of the country, that Muslim will be rejected by Christians. The same thing applicable if a Christian come to rule Nigeria, the Muslims will say, no, 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 we don't want Christians there, we don't want Christians. That even if that Christian is the perfect person to carry on the affairs of the country, that Christian candidate will be rejected by the Muslims. So you see where religion is playing a very big role in Nigerian politics and in our economy generally. The same thing applicable with tribalism. Tribalism is like when Igbo man want to come and rule, they'll say, no, I don't want Igbo. Yoruba man will say, Yoruba and Hausa will say, no, we don't want Igbo, we don't want Igbo, we want Yoruba. When Hausa come, Yoruba and Igbo will say, no, we don't want Hausa, we don't want Hausa. So, like I said, it is very difficult. It is very difficult until we start changing our mindset, trying to understand that it's not just all about tribalism. It's not just all about religious bigotry. It's about, let's get the right person on board. Even if the person does not even believe in anything, allow him. If you believe that this person will do the right thing, this person can be able to carry on the affairs of the country. Let's go. Let's go. Just leave the person to do his job. Don't bring in tribalism. Don't bring in religious bigotry. These are the main problem we're having. These are the part of the problem that we're having in Africa. Exactly. Okay. Pastor Prince Chukwemeka, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much from Prince from Biafra land. Thank you. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Those praising Tinubu are sycophants. Yeah. Earlier said, exactly, tribalism and ethnicity is the major problem in this our country called Nigeria. Exactly, that is the main problem we're having. Not just only in Nigeria, it doesn't happen only in Nigeria. Even in Gambia, where I reside. In Gambia here, when Wolof people come, Mandinka said, no, we don't want Wolof people, this and that. When Fula people come, Wolof and Mandinka say, no, we don't want this. So these are where we are getting it wrong. If we can be able to, erase that mindset of tribalism and religion, and put in the right person, the right leader that is capable of carrying on the affairs of the country, we can be able to get things right. But like I said, Nigeria as a country, take my word for free. Today is what? Today is 11 June 2025. Mark my word, Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. You see, NSAS will be like a child's play to compare to what is coming. I'm telling you this for free. Mark my word. Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. And the worst part of it is that Nigerian leaders fail to understand this, because they're already having the mindset that these people have been, we have weaponized, we have used poverty to weaponize, against them. They've used poverty to cage their mindset. That's the reason why these politicians that's the reason why they don't come. If you are rich, if you are rich in Nigeria, that's why I always say, if you are rich in Nigeria, they have different respect. Politicians gives you different respect. But if you are poor, there's a way they treat you as well. Okay. Freedom of Humanity said, even as hard as Nigeria is today, so many Nigerians back home are doing greater than we in exactly in Europe. I regret coming to Europe, something I cry and say this is the highest mistake I've made in my life. Okay. Francis Binder, thank you for joining us today. Where are you watching from? Nigeria human capital potential can reshape the global economy. I swear to God. I will pin this comment. Let me pin this comment. This comment, I swear to God. This is what I've been saying here. This is exactly what I've been saying here. You see, we have all it takes. Nigeria has all it takes. Nigeria has all it takes to make Nigeria a better place. In fact, with Nigeria economy, with Nigerian resources, no Nigerian should be thinking of going to another country to look for greener pasture, because we have every single thing that we need to build Nigeria. Okay? Okay, Elias said, I believe in the best man of the job. Exactly. And I thank Captain Ibrahim anthem. They've composed one national anthem as of yesterday, and they've hosted their flag in Ouagadougou. Now you can imagine the strong bond. You can imagine the strong bond. So France already know that it's game over for them. It's already game over. Let me tell you one thing. France have lost Burkina Faso. France have lost Senegal. France have lost Mali. France have lost Niger Republic. France have lost Guinea-Conakry. They've lost these 5 countries in West Africa. So the capacity now is very, very. What they can do. What they are trying to do now is to use. But I can tell you for free. If Ouattara of Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, Ouattara, the president of Cote d'Ivoire, if he's not careful, because he's like a tool in the hand of France, in the hand of Western leaders. If he's not careful, what is happening in Burkina Faso will happen in Ivory Coast. Mark my word. I see Sanusi Ibrahim. Thank you very much for joining us today again. Thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Santigi Bubakar. Bye. Please, where are you watching from? Are you watching from Senegal or you're watching from Gambia? May I know where you're watching from, please? May I know where you're watching from? So I'm super excited. I'm super happy to see what's going on now. You know, that's what I keep telling people. This AFRICOM of a thing. AFRICOM is a scam. AFRICOM is a scam. It's a big scam. It's the biggest scam ever anybody can think of from Gambia. Wow. This is my brother. I'm in Gambia. Thank you very much for joining us today. I think this is the first time you're joining us. I hope you subscribe, right? Subscribe to the channel. Put on your notification so that you'll see when I'm live. I come live every 8:30 p.m. Gambia time and as well 9 a.m. Gambia time. But 8:30 p.m. Gambia time every evening. So put on your notification, subscribe to the channel. You know, give us thumbs up as well. The thumbs up is important. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I'm super excited. So like I said, you see the function of AFRICOM in Africa. It says AFRICOM US African Command is one of the 11 Unified Combatant Command of the United States of Department of Defense. Okay, it was officially established on October 1st, 2007, and is responsible for U.S. military operation, partnership, and security interests in Africa. Is it not a scam? It's a very big scam. Thank you, Santiago. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a very big scam. AFRICOM is a very big scam, and nobody can deny the fact that it is a scam. Your function is security operation in Africa, but now you are fighting for dictatorship. You are trying to project Ibrahim Traoré as a dictator. Meanwhile, you failed to go to Uganda and fight Museveni. Museveni that is killing these people every day. If you are in opposition in Uganda, your life is at stake. In Uganda, as we speak now, if you are in opposition in Uganda, your life is at stake. Museveni is killing people, locking them up, sentencing them to life imprisonment. Do you know what is keeping Bobby Wine alive today? Is because Bobby Wine is a global icon. That is what is keeping Bobby Wine alive. Do you know how many times Bobby Wine has been arrested, arraigned in the court for speaking up for his people, for seeking for better leadership, and you failed to go to Uganda and save the people of Uganda? Now Burkina Faso is your main problem. You want to come and project Ibrahim Traoré in a very bad image. We already know the game, so he's dead on arrival. So let them forget about it. We already know. And because of this power of social media, that's why we can be able to rant and speak until he got the hit. General Langley now resigned as the AFRICOM head. So is it not? There's power in social media, and there's power in one voice. When we decide and choose to use one voice to defend Africa, we will definitely achieve our goal. Abubakar Ndanusi, he says, what is your view on Nigerian politics view as compared with Sahel movement from Africa, from Nigeria? Okay, let me read again. What is your view on Nigerian politics view as compared with Sahel movement from Nigeria? Okay, in the state of Nigerian politics, you already know. It's like, how will I put it? Nigerian politics has been hijacked already. In fact, let me tell you one thing. There's something you have at the back of your mind. You see, Nigeria as a country, everybody knows that if anything touches Nigeria, it touches every other country in Africa. The Westerners' eyes are on Nigeria. So, like I said, I was telling somebody yesterday, and I said it will be very difficult for Nigeria to have this kind of coup, military coup that happened in Burkina Faso. It will be difficult. It will be extremely difficult. But if Nigeria ever encounter military coup, I can tell you for free that Africa generally will experience revolution. Revolution will go across every country in Africa. Because Nigeria is like their elder brother. Nigeria is their senior brother. All of them are looking up to Nigeria. So if anything happens to Nigeria, whatever happens to Nigeria, others will follow the footsteps. Yes. Jen Sese, please. Where are you watching from? So, that is it. Very sad. The way Africa is going, Africans are suffering across Africa, around Europe and these Americans. Look at what Donald Trump is doing to people. And it is very sad. It is very sad. It is very sad. Okay.
On June 9th, 2025, something shifted. The alliance of
1 minute.
states, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger unveiled their anthem to the world. It played under 3 different flags in 3 different capitals, yet carried the same heartbeat. One song, one destiny. But unity forged under fire always carries a cost. What lies beyond the celebration? The Sahel is tired. Tired of warlords, tired of terrorism, tired of being a pawn in someone else's game. The AES was not built for diplomacy's sake. It was born for survival. Bound by the Liptako-Goma Charter, we promised each other, when one is attacked, all will rise. But are we strong enough to face what's coming? We've built a joint army, a shared passport, courts, banks, even prisons. We've vowed to trade in our own currency, powered by our gold, our uranium, our blood. We are tearing ourselves from France's shadow, but shadows fight back. Can a confederation built by military rulers survive the tides of politics? And then, the anthem echoed across Bamako, Niamey, and Ouagadougou at the same moment. That was no coincidence. That was intention, a declaration. The world may have doubted us, but we just made our voice impossible to ignore. This wasn't theater. This was the start of something irreversible. A reckoning with history. A new rhythm for Africa's heart. Now, the drums are beating, and the Sahel is listening.
As you have seen this morning, we have just raised the flags to the anthem of the Confederation. Another step forward in our union, which is not without difficulty. Because unity is hard, especially in Africa. It is difficult to unite, but it is the solution. We must unite. Little by little, the AES continues its journey, despite all the challenges before us. If I were naive, I would ask myself the question, why don't the imperialists want this union? But I am not naive. I know why. And that is the question those who still tend to sleep must ask themselves. Why don't they want us to unite? Why does the Confederation frighten or disturb some? Because every day we are approached by those same imperialists trying to cause one of the 3 to betray the others. We have faced this for a long time. Each time, it is these kinds of maneuvers aimed at dividing us and pulling us away from the Confederation. That should make us reflect. When we look at our relationships, we see there is no real friendship in the world. There are only interests. People come to us only for their interests. We must be very aware of that. They will fight us. They will continue to fight us. But we will emerge victorious and strong. These situations we face should not make us pity ourselves. On the contrary, they must strengthen us. We must emerge stronger from this war, understand why we are targeted, strengthen ourselves, and make sure that in the coming century, we never again experience this kind of situation. That's what we must keep in mind. So I invite everyone to redouble their efforts because the Burkina Faso is known as someone courageous, hardworking, and resilient.
Yeah.
And these are the values we must cultivate. Wherever you go in.
Right. Okay, I see Rabiatu Haruna. Rabiatu Haruna, I see Yanze Dunguyan. Yanze Dunguyan, where are you watching from? Are you watching from Mali? Beatrice Frederick, where are you watching from? Rabiatu Haruna, where are you watching from? Are you watching from Guinea? Guinea Conakry or okay. Abubakar Danusi, he said, with Nigeria watching Burkina Faso moves in their success in revolution, do you think Nigerian youth in and out can do revolt, compare 1920 and 21st century globalization as a case study? Your view? Okay. With Nigerian watching Burkina Faso moves in their success in revolution, do you think Nigerian youth in and out cannot revolt, compare 1920 and the 21st century globalization as a case study? Your view? Well, the thing is this, let me tell you something. Like I said, Burkina Faso is like a stepping stone already to every African, including Nigerians. And Nigerians have been learning a lot. Like I said, if you think Nigeria, every single Nigerian now knows what's going on in Burkina Faso. And with what is going on in Burkina Faso now, it's like a kind of wake-up call to every Nigerian, knowing fully well that there's a need for the revolution to come anytime soon. That is the reason why I told you Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. And like I said, when you push someone to the wall, and the person will have to shake body, will have to retaliate. So Nigerian youth has been pushed to the wall, and it is time for them to act. And they are just waiting for just a command. Like I said, I used what's it called? I use the military infantry to give instance. When the infantry are on the war front, right, and be waiting, they cock their gun already. They're just waiting for their command to say shoot. That is how it is now in Nigeria. Every single Nigerian youth is already angry with the way the system is going, with the way the government is doing everything. In fact, the Naira is next to nothing. Do you understand? So it's obvious that 2020, what's it called? NSAS, the last protest that happened in Nigeria, NSAS, will be like a child's play to compare to what is coming up in Nigeria soon. I'm telling you this for free. It's just like what happened in Hong Kong. When Hong Kong people were pushed to the wall, they had no other choice than to stage a massive protest that was uncontrollable. So it's exactly how Nigeria is now. Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. It is sitting on it. Every single Nigerian, even the 10 years old Nigerian, if you talk to them, they will tell you Nigeria government is not good. So the mindset is there. The action is already there, but they are just waiting for command. So, like I said, This revolution you see that is coming up now in Africa is already coming up across Africa. Across Africa is already coming up. Revolution is gradually springing up. It happened in Guinea Conakry. It happened in Burkina Faso. It happened in Chad. It also happened in what's it called, in Mali, and it happened in Senegal. But Senegal revolution is a two-way thing. It's not. They are not coming out completely. They are just trying to be diplomatic. Senegal revolution is coming out diplomatically. It's not coming out in violent or in a coup form. But because Senegal have already asked France to leave, Guinea asked France to leave, Burkina Faso did, Mali did, Niger Republic did. So revolution is springing up all across Africa. So do you think if all Africans, reclaim their country and their resources back, do you think Nigerian youth will sit back and watch these Westerners ripping us off? A country that has everything. We have crude oil, but we don't have refinery in Nigeria. Refinery was just built a few months ago by Aliko Dangote, private refinery. How will you expect the price of fuel and diesel not to be expensive when you only have a private refinery? Port Harcourt refinery, they said that it's functioning, is no longer functioning. It was a scam. We have gold, but we don't have gold refinery in Nigeria. We have gold, but we don't have gold refinery in Nigeria. Instead, they will come and mine our gold, take to their country, build refinery in their country, and refine our resources in their country, creating jobs for their citizens. And you think there will be no revolution in Nigeria anytime soon? There will be a mass. You see, let me tell you one thing. One thing I like about Nigerians is what they want to do, they will do it and do it good. Just for instance, see what happened during the NSAS. NSAS will be like a child's play to compare to what is coming on. Take my word for free. Mark my word today. Today is 11 June 2025. NSAS will be like a child's play to compare to what is coming up. Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. If care is not taken, the people will choose to die than to remain in abject poverty, than to be subjected into slavery in their own land. The people will choose to die than to live from hand to mouth. A big country like Nigeria that has everything cannot be able to build affordable homes for civil servants so that they can be able to have proper retirement plans. You pay them peanuts. How would there not be corruption in all parastatals, all sectors in Nigeria, all the institutions in Nigeria? There will be corruption because they are scared. Just like our police officers, our military officers, they are scared. Forget about the top officers. I mean the basic police officers. There's no proper retirement plan. There is no proper retirement plan, and this is what the people are crying for. They need the dividends of democracy to go across the board, reaching every single citizen, every single civil servant will be able to own a house. Will be able to own a house so that after retirement, you will be able to own your own house. You don't need to struggle to pay house rent after retirement. I swear to God, you will not need to pay house rent after retirement, after serving your country for 30, 40 years. 30, 40 years. After serving your country for 30, 40 years, you cannot be able to pay ordinary medical bills. Our civil servants are dying in 60s, 65 because of depression, lack of proper medical care. Our civil servants are dying. We have everything. Let me ask you something. And Nigeria as a country, with the resources we have, resources that is made available to Nigeria, can our president, our leaders, be able to acquire at least, let's say, 100 hectares of land? It's just like the way they allocate lands to churches in Nigeria. Government will allocate thousands of hectares of land to church in Nigeria. misplaced priority. Why not allocate those lands to civil servants? If you come to each state, have land allocated for civil servants. Let's say you come to a state, you have 50,000 hectares of land, and you build 3-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom flat. Build it like that, like let's say 10,000 houses, and you make it affordable. They can pay by mortgage, so that civil servant can be able to have proper retirement plan. You don't need to be scared when you're about to be retired. You don't need to be afraid when you're about to be retired. Police salary is next to nothing. Police salaries, there is next to nothing. Our infantry, our soldiers, their salaries are next to nothing. And you expect them to be happy? Like I said, mark my word, Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. Nigeria as a country is sitting on a time bomb. People are not happy. Forget about people who say, they defend Tinubu. How many people will defend Tinubu? How many people? Listen, let me tell you, people are not happy. People are not happy. By the way, Tinubu is not even in good relationship with the North. As we speak now, the relationship between Tinubu and the northern people, the relationship has been cut off. So Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb, and it will explode anytime soon. I pray and wish God protection on you and striving in this program. Rich and elite will be happy, but masses will pray for you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you very much. Francis being that Nigeria is competing with Norway GDP and PPP. This kind of leadership in a burden on the continent. I swear to God, there's no reason why a Nigerian citizen should jump inside Mediterranean Sea and die inside Mediterranean Sea just to cross to Europe for greener pasture. There's no reason for that. I don't find any reason for that. No Nigerian citizen deserve to jump Mediterranean Sea, deserve to die, because they know very well that going through that route is a 50-50 thing. It's either you die or you succeed in reaching there. And the worst part of it is that when they still reach there, they will still be subjected into that inhuman condition. They'll still be subjected into that slavery condition. There's no reason for any Nigerian to be subjected in that condition in any form. Every single Nigerian deserves the best. Every single Nigerian as a citizen deserves the best. Our civil servant need to treat fine. That is the reason why when a medical doctor finishes his studies in Nigeria, they straight he run to America or run to UK. That's why some of the best doctors you can find in UK and America today is they're all Nigerians. Most of them are Nigerians. Most of the best doctors, most of the best in UK today, you can find in America today, you can find in Europe and Canada. They are Nigerians, because Nigerians are blessed intellectually. They are blessed, super blessed. Nigerians are smart, intelligent people, and we have the worst leader, the worst set of leaders. And our mothers in the village, when they see more politicians, they start worshiping them, they start praising them, singing praises. They don't, because they are not being sensitized. They think that the money the politicians are spending is politicians' money. They don't know that the money that the politicians are spending that money belongs to we Nigerians. They're not doing us a favor. They're doing what they're supposed. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and even they're not even doing it right. Nigerians need to wake up, and I'm happy what is happening in Burkina Faso is waking every single African up, and people are getting to understand that the need of holding the bull by the horn. We cannot let our leaders keep holding us ransom, subjecting our people to abject poverty, making people to feel less, pay civil servant peanuts. It is very sad. It is very bad. Please, if you are joining us for the first time, subscribe to the channel. It is important. Please subscribe to put on notification, and as well give me a thumbs up. Comment where you're watching from. Comment where you're watching from. If you have a question, please throw in your question and your opinion as well, please. Throw in your question and opinion. Okay. So there's no point, and there's no reason for any Nigerian to be subjected into poverty, because we have everything. If we have everything, then we deserve the best. Do you understand? Nigerians deserve the best. Nigerians don't deserve this kind of inhuman condition that our leaders have subjected us into. One person will, embezzle money that is meant for the whole community. What is community? Money that is meant for the whole state. One person will embezzle it, run to America, buy 5 million worth of houses, buy houses in Abuja, buy in Banana Island in Lagos, buy in Ikoyi, buy in Keja, buy in Asokoro, Abuja, buy land, buy houses every corner. How many houses will you sleep in? How many houses will you sleep in? When they come to your garage, you have fleet of cars, over 100 cars, 200 cars. How many cars will you drive? How many cars will you drive? And they don't even reason that as of 1990 something, there's one car they call Peugeot 505. It was like Bugatti Veyron of now. It was like the Ferrari of now. Those are Peugeot 505. Those cars were the cars our government officials were driving as of then. Now, if they give me that car now to drive, I won't drive it. I will even be ashamed to drive that kind of car. So the same thing is happening to them. These cars you see them buying today, in 30 years to come, those things will become scrap. That is one of the reasons why most of these politicians, their children become drunk, become wayward, become useless, because of looted funds, public fund. When you are using public fund to train your children, using public fund to sponsor luxury lifestyle for your family, for your children, trust me, at the end of the day, those children will become useless. And when you die, those children will sell all those properties and use it to do cocaine. I'm telling you. Yes. Believe me today. Believe me. Those properties you're acquiring today with public fund, time will tell. If your children did not sell them and to do drug, your grandchildren will sell them to do drug. Your great-grandchildren will sell them to do drug. And your lineage will become worse than if ever. It's a public fund that is meant for public. Utilize it. If they ask you, if they give you money to build schools, go and build schools. That is the reason why they don't want to invest in medical facilities, because they know very well that they have nothing to do with it. When they have ordinary headache, they will run to France, they will run to America, they will run to Europe, because they don't care about our medical facilities in Africa. When they have money, when they are giving money to build hospitals, they will swallow the money, use the money and do solve their own personal problems. And you think this kind of people will ever have reasonable children? Their children will become wayward. Their children will become useless, because they are children that is raised with public fund, with looted funds. This is not something a prayer can do. Prayer cannot solve these problems for them. It is something, is nature. Whatever you sow today is what you will reap tomorrow. Whatever seed you sow today is the same seed you will reap tomorrow. You can agree with me that a former CBN governor owns over 700 houses in one estate. That's one of the properties. We will not talk about other properties in outside Nigeria. The ones every other state in Nigeria. One property, over 700 houses. Oh, let me see if I can find a picture here. Look at it here. Look at it here. I don't know if you guys can see these houses. of one person, one single person, a civil servant for that matter. Okay, Abubakar Ndanosi said, don't you think the two major religion is part of Nigeria? Because politicians use this religion against unity, because British backs North Germany, etc. East or South backs West. Your view. I said it before. Religion is the main problem we're having in Africa. Religion is the major problem that we have in Africa. And this religion was orchestrated, was deposited to Africans to destabilize Africa. Because you cannot tell me that when you, for instance, you have a better candidate that you know very well that will carry on the affairs of the country and do perfectly well. Because he's a Muslim, and now Christians will be against him and will not support him. And say, no, I will not vote in a Muslim. Do you understand? Religion is playing a very bad role in the politics of today in Nigeria. Not just only in Nigeria, across the world, across Africa. So, religion is playing a very big role. A Christian will tell you, no, I don't want a Muslim to rule me. Because I'm knowing fully well that Muslim will deliver. A Muslim will say, no, I don't want a Christian to rule me. This is exactly what happened 2023 during the time of Peter Obi, during the election. Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, and Tinubu, they were three major candidates. Because Peter Obi is a Christian, some Muslims were against him. And everybody knew very well that Peter Obi would have been the best candidate, and he would be the best candidate that would deliver the dividends of democracy to the people of Nigeria. And some Muslim people, is a Christian, they refuse to vote for him. Thank you. Mind you, the reason, when you come to some southwest states during the election, most of them were saying, you will not vote for any other candidate if it's not Tinubu. Tinubu is Yoruba, and our son will rule Nigeria. That is where tribalism is playing a very bad role in the politics. Because of I don't know if I'm to call it ignorant. I will not call it ignorant. I will call it stupidity and tribalistic mindset. Because if they are smart enough, they will set aside religion, set aside tribalism, because there's no way. As Tinubu eats now, let me ask you something. Immediately Tinubu entered power 2024, right? He took over power 2023. Immediately he took over power, he didn't waste time. Immediately that same day he was sworn in, he declared end of subsidy, and fuel skyrocketed immediately. Now let me ask you, if they're selling a liter of petrol 1,500 naira, me as a Christian, I will go to the fuel station and buy it 1,500 naira. You as a Muslim, you will still go to the fuel station and buy the same price, 1,500 naira. They cannot sell it to you because you are a Muslim and Tinubu is a Muslim. We will sell it to you 1,200 naira. So all of us are feeling the heat. All of us are feeling the pain. So why will you put the religion and tribalism first before you choose the right leader? This is where we are getting it wrong, and it has to stop. For us to get Nigeria working, for us to get Nigeria to a better place, it has to stop. It has to stop. Sincerely speaking. Yes, Francis Binder. Who do you think? Let me ask you something. I know that you're following Nigerian politics very well. Let me just try to get in something from you. Who do you think that would make a very better candidate in Nigeria when it comes to Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Tinubu, and the Omoyele Sowore? I know you will know Sowore. That's the owner of Sahara Reporters. Among these four candidates, who do you think that will make the best president? Peter Obi, Sowore, Atiku Abubakar and Tinubu. Because for me, I always believe when it comes to management, right, cutting costs and making things not living, making officials, government officials not living flamboyant life with their public funds. I think P2B would have been the perfect candidate right now as we speak. That as it stands now, and make the best candidate from my own opinion, my point of view. May I know what you have in mind? So, Francis Binder, are you still there? Are you still there? Please, are you still there? Please subscribe to the channel if you are here for the first time, please. John Mame, you're welcome, brother. Where are you watching from? Exactly, Sahara reporters. Omoyele Showore. Showore is there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Omoyele Showore. Showore is a very, 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 very resilient candidate, resilient politician, young, vibrant, and intelligent. And he knows every nook and cranny of this politics, right, in Nigeria. Well, Showore did not start today. Like I said, if Showore wanted to be a senator, a sitting senator, he would be. But he's not selfish. He's not a selfish person. But do you know the reason why? Showore would have been my candidate. But do you know the reason why I would have loved P2B to become president? It's not because he's Igbo. And it's not because he's a Christian. P2B is somebody that has policy. Do you understand? Exactly. Showore has mindset like Ibrahim Traore. Showore have that mindset. Yeah, he will be my second choice. He will be my second choice. He will be my second choice. If I'm to make a choice, he will be my second. But you know the problem now. Nigerians believe in money. Nigerians believes in somebody who throws money on the air. And Showore does not have that money to throw on the air to buy their conscience. Do you understand? This is the problem we're having. In fact, as African, we have big problem. And our problem here is that of religious mindset and tribalism. And as well, that rich monetary, like money consciousness, money conscious mindset. Like we are too money conscious, right? If we set aside this selfish interest, self-benefit, set aside religion, set aside tribalism, I can tell you for free that 2027 we will get it right for sure. Showore is a very, very intelligent candidate. Very, very. Showore has that mindset of if he enters today, all the Westerners will go and we will use our hand to manage our resources. I'm telling you this for free. If Showore enters today, Port Harcourt refinery will start working today. If Showore becomes president of Nigeria today, Port Harcourt refinery will start working today. Calabar seaport will start functioning immediately. Port Harcourt seaport will start functioning immediately. Showore have that mindset. He have that revolutionary mindset. He want to see it working. Showore is popular in terms of politics. Showore was, during the time of Gaddafi with me, Showore Gaddafi was an activist before he died, right? Showore was Gaddafi's boy. You see Ganifa in me, you see Femi Falana and Abiola, MKO Abiola. Showore was just right behind them when he was when he was in SUG, when he was still in university. He was running behind them and he was learning from them. So Showore has that revolutionary mindset. Exactly. He has the mindset that it will happen here. The guy is serious, has no time to sell. No. So that's why I tell you that Showore is my second choice. The reason why I choose P2B is number one. P2B has the mindset of cutting costs. So P2B is my first choice. Second choice is Showore. I don't have third choice. P2B knows how to cut costs, government costs, expenses, and he would definitely put Nigeria on track. He did it in Anambra State when he was governor of Anambra State, and I believe so much that he will still do it in Nigeria as a country. Though human beings, politicians, you cannot trust them, you cannot put your confidence in them. They can fail at any time. But Showore can never fail. Showore can never fail. Showore does not look at your face. Showore doesn't even care. He doesn't care. Showore will look at your face and tell you, hey, what you did this, you did that. He doesn't know how to hanky-panky talks, run around talks. He will come straight and tell you. How many times will Showore go to jail or go to police interrogation? How many times? Because they don't like him and they knows very well that he's a force. Yeah. Showore is a very good candidate. He will make a very good candidate. Will make a very good candidate. So guys, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Share the broadcast to the wider audience. I'm coming live 8:30 p.m. time. Put on your notification. Make sure that you follow me, subscribe, and follow me. Obi can cut costs, but cannot allocate resources compared to Showore. I've followed him. You're right. But like I said, Showore is my second choice. But it's not time yet anyway. Let me not just because before I start supporting anybody, I will have to see their manifestos. I have to check Showore's manifesto. I have to check P2B's manifesto. The one that favors me more, the one that gives me that impresses me more, is the one I will support. I will say between Showore and P2B, I will be checking and balancing until when I see their manifesto. I think by next year, 2026, their manifestos will come out because 2026 a campaign will start. So I will get to see their manifestos, what they have on board, what they had to bring to the table. Raymond Akinseye, you're welcome, brother. Where are you watching from? This is my brother from Nigeria. Obi is bombed by association. Yeah, let's see how it goes. By 2020, next year, we'll see how it goes. We will see what's the best. Like I said, their manifesto matters a lot. I will see. I will get to see P2B's manifesto and as well Showore's manifesto. These are my two candidates. Yeah. These are my two candidates. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be going off in the next 11 minutes. I have 11 minutes more, less than 11 minutes more to go. I've been here for almost 2 hours. Raymond Akinseye, I live in Buchanan, Grand Basadia, Liberia. Okay, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here today. Great show. Showore is your revolution. Showore is a great guy, and he will make a very good president. He's a no-nonsense guy. He doesn't take nonsense from anybody. And he doesn't have godfather. Showore is oh my God, you reminded me of Showore. Showore is a very good guy. He's a very great guy. Yeah, he's a very great guy. Yeah, like I said, I made a mistake by saying I'm supporting P2B. For now, I will have to see their manifestos. I will have to check and balance. Check P2B's manifesto, check Showore manifesto, and see who has the best thing to bring to the table. before I will throw in my support. I never know yet if it is Sowore or P2B. Until I see their manifesto next year, I will then get to know what next way forward. Yes. But I believe Sowore will do great. He will be great as well. We just have that mindset of Ibrahim Traore. He has that revolution mindset. Let's get Nigeria working. Let's jail all these criminals. That's his mindset. Let's just gather all these bad leaders and jail them and put Nigeria on track. That is his mindset. Yeah, Raymond Akise, thank you very much. Yeah. Let us be checking and balancing. Next year we'll get to know. If we support Sowore, we'll go for him with everything, with our full force. We'll go for him. We'll go for him. We'll go for him. If we support Sowore, we are going for him. If we support P2B, we're going for him. Let's just see their manifestos next year. Then we can decide. But for now, there's no time. I don't think it's time yet to throw in support to anybody until we get to see their manifestos. Please subscribe to the channel, please. Subscribe to the channel, put on your notification. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Please, 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 please. Please. God bless you guys. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm really super excited anyway. I'm very, 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 very happy. You guys are amazing. Staying with me through for 2 hours. It is not easy. It is not easy. It will be till 8:30 p.m. Gambia time. I'll be live again. We'll discuss more important issues about Africa, Ibrahim Traore, Nigeria, Africa at large. So it is very important we use our little platform to defend our continent, to speak for our continent, and sensitize our people the importance of holding our leaders accountable, knowing fully well that we have the resources that we need, that requires to build our continent and make our continent a better and safer place for every African. There's no point for any African to be jumping through the Mediterranean Sea to go to Europe for greener pasture. There's no point. There's no point. A lot of people was living in Africa, they were living great, and they went to Europe and their life turned to bad. So Africa is blessed. We have the best weather, we have the best food, we have beautiful women, we have everything that we need. So let's always know, put Africa on the map, make sure that we portray Africa nice and in a positive way, so that these people will get to know that we are blessed and we have everything. Africa helped Europe to rebuild their continent after Second World War. So why would Africans be rejecting visa to visit Europe, or make it difficult for any African to travel to Europe? It is very sad. It is very sad. Thank you very much, guys. One minute. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be drawing the curtain here. I have 4 minutes now to go. You guys are amazing. Thank you for joining us today, this morning. Thank you for staying with me for almost 2 hours. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Put on your notification as well. Give me a thumbs up, and then go through my videos, right? Our private live broadcast. Watch our videos, comment your opinion, and then give us a lot of thumbs up as well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. Are amazing, super amazing, wonderful people. So catch me live 8:30 p.m. Gambia time today. Every evening Gambia time, 8:30 p.m. Gambia time, GMT. Catch me live. So we discuss more important issue. You throw in your questions, bring in your opinion, and as well we share opinions both in the comment section and from me. Okay. It is amazing, wonderful shows, wonderful program that we always have here every 8:30 p.m. Not just only 8:30 p.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. dot Gambia time. 9 a.m. Gambia time. 9 a.m. Gambia time. Come live, share opinion with us, share your opinion, throw in your questions. We then discuss and deliberate and know the way forward for Africa. We must protect Ibrahim Traore at all costs. This particular channel is meant for Africa, Ibrahim Traore, Sahel states, and Africa at large. We must defend our continent. We must defend our sovereignty. We must speak for our continent. They try to portray us bad, but we're here to correct the impression. That is fact. Nobody can deny the fact that we are doing our best. Okay? Africans are great people. We are wonderful people. We are welcoming people and should not be taken advantage of. You shouldn't be taking advantage of Africans. You know, if you want to partner with our government to utilize our resources, it must be with a proper agreement that will favor every citizen of Nigeria. It's not like what happened in Burkina Faso for 20-something years. France president was in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso cannot even boast of 3,000 kilometers of road for 27 years. And immediately they left. As we speak, 2 years later, Ibrahim Traore is able to build 5,000 kilometers of road just in the space of 2 years. He's able to establish companies that is creating job opportunity for the citizens of Burkina Faso. And he's been able to, stabilize security, make sure that the lives of Burkina Faso are safe. So this is all we're asking for. So we're not racist, and we're not tribalistic bigots. We love visitors. We welcome visitors. Do not take advantage of us. Do not take advantage of us. So that is how it is. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate every single person that have been with me today, this morning, for almost 2 hours. We spent a lot of time today, and I'm very, very excited. Thank you so much. Bola Fola, what did Nigeria amount to with what they got? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So we're going to discuss more by 8:30 p.m. Gambia time. So if you are free and you can be able to come live, put on your notification, join us live by 8:30 p.m. God bless you now. God bless you now, tomorrow, and God bless you forever. Thank you very much, guys. Catch me live 8:30 p.m. today, Gambia time. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye. You guys are amazing. Super, super amazing. Thank you, 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 thank you. I feel like not going, but definitely we have to go anyway. We have to go and do business. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.